Hello and welcome to a Tabletop Bellhop cardboard coat check. I am Mo Tuzano, the Tabletop Bellhop, your cardboard concierge, normally answering your gaming and game night questions and striving to make everyone's gaming experience better. Today in the cardboard coat check, we are going to check in this piece of cardboard, this board game. But before checking it in, we got to make sure everything's safe. We're going to have to open it up and see what's in there. So yes, cardboard coat check is our silly name for our unboxing videos. Today I am unboxing Eminent Domain Exotica from Tasty Minstrel Games. As far as I know, this is the second expansion for Eminent Domain. I think it's the second, it might be the third. It's the second one I own, so second expansion Eminent Domain for me. Eminent Domain is a sci-fi 4X card game using the deck building mechanism in a unique way. It's different than, say, Core Worlds or other games in that way. It's worth checking out. I'm really excited to check out this expansion, though, because the base game is interesting and it's good, but it seems like it needs a bit more. Make sure you also check out my unboxing video for Eminent Domain Escalation if you haven't seen that yet. That is the first expansion. So, I am Motuzno, Tabletop Bellhop. You can find most of my content at Tabletop Bellhop, one word, where you'll find gaming reviews, news, a weekly update on what games I've been playing, reviews, and as well as like a list of podcasts, list of Twitch streams, and some other stuff like that, and some great deals on board games. Check that out once you're done watching here. And before you go, be sure you hit the subscribe button or follow if you're on Twitch. So we are going to get right to Eminent Domain Exotica. I do apologize that my nose is itchy as hell all of a sudden. So similar to the last one, I gotta say right away, props for the nice thick box. Though in a way, it's kind of redundant because I don't think this expansion is going to fit. The box isn't going to fit in the original game. So we have a lot more stuff than last time. We have baggies. So just right away, a little bit better component organization right out of the box here for Eminent Domain Exotica. We have, are these plastic? We are going to take a look at these and open these up. So we have some yellow discs. I'm guessing they're plastic and not glass. But we are going to take a quick look at these. Come on. There we go. Yeah, these are plastic, but they're still cool. Nice translucent yellow discs. No clue what they're for. I've not played with this expansion. Then we have, it says it's the Eminent Domain Exotica promo pack, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure. I guess the expansion comes with a promo pack. This is already punched. So we have some more starting worlds. Yeah, so we have some new starting worlds and a mining technology card. Mining technology card that's two-sided. 3 new starting worlds. That's a lot of starting worlds. There was a lot of starting worlds in the other one. So 3 new starting worlds. These are nice thick card, good quality. Then we have a pack of promo pack, it says right on here. Now I did get this at Origins. Perhaps there's an edition with and without a promo pack that I don't know. The contents of this promo pack are for use when playing both the Exotica and Escalation expansions together. These cards and tiles are donated by an EX in the upper right corner. So there you go. So these are only to be used when you are using this as well. So this is definitely the second expansion. And what we have is a bunch of, we got to mix this stuff again. So part of the things is a little frustrating when unboxing these is the cards are mixed when they come out of the box. Like there's all kinds of different cards together. So what we have is some technology cards. Here's another example technology card. Again, the art's solid, looks good, card quality is excellent. And we have some new scenarios. Rules for scenarios were in the last box I opened up. This is the chaotic scenario, which sets a bunch of starting cards, starting worlds, and starting technologies. There's another technology card, and I am not going to go through all of these, but there is a huge mix here of technologies, scenarios, more technologies, more scenarios. So we have a bunch of new technologies and scenarios that require both expansions to be able to use. There's a significant number of those overall. I'm not going to take the time to split these into separate decks so we can see what each one is. So we can see how many of each one is. So then it looks like we have a deck of planets. and technologies mixed together again. So same as before, there's some new symbols here I don't recognize, but most of the planets are pretty boring looking. They're not the most interesting cards. They do have special abilities on some of them. And then we have a whole bunch of new technologies. Again, once I get a full review of this, I can tell you how good they are. Right now, all I can tell you is the cards look nice, the art's solid, the art looks as good as it ever has in Eminent Domain. Looking at this, I don't see anything I can really say much more of, except more of the same. Solid looking icons are nice and clear, things are easy to see, some really creepy, weird looking alien guy, and so on. So we got a mix of technologies, scenarios, and worlds again. And we have one more pack that, based on the back here, it looks like it's going to be the same thing. So, top card is the scenario, the hipster scenario. So you can play, I've been playing Eminent Domain since before it was cool card. Then some more politics cards. I'm not sure why they include so many politics cards. Same deal. So a whole bunch more. It doesn't look like there's any planets in here. We got a whole bunch more scenarios and technologies here. Again, nice solid amount of cards. That's only one of the decks. We're going to put all three of these together. And I got to say, that is a chunk of new cards. That's impressive. That is a lot of new cards for one expansion. And then there are also these, which are the new start worlds. There's also this mining card. Then we have a Tasty Minstrel catalog. And what do we have underneath? That feels like there's some punch boards. Oh yeah. Looks like fleet counters. If you run out of fleet, they're the same. The art on here is the same as the miniatures that come in the game. So I don't know if these just count as 3 fleet each. We have more of those improved mining. Oh no, that makes sense, because you know what? The base game's 4-player, with the expansion plays 5, so that's why there's an extra mining in with the set there. And we have 4 more started worlds. Whole ton of start worlds. And what do we have here? We have stickers. Stickers. Which is kind of cool, because you know what? The base game are just little wooden discs. And there's nothing to really indicate what they are. So now, like, the green has a little food icon on it. Alright, fair. We have a rule book, but I think we might have a tech tree. Wow. Okay. Yes, so... Here is the new updated Eminent Domain list of every technology card. Wow. That's impressive, because it's broken down by the requiring 2 planets and requiring 3 planets. What's even more impressive, that's side 1. Here's another side. That's a lot of technologies. Holy cow. I think you're going to turn Eminent Domain into a game where system mastery is going to mean a lot more, and a player who knows these without having to look at it is probably going to have an advantage over players who don't. Then we get to the rulebook. In this case, the last thing in it. Rulebook for Exotica is, again, daunting at 19 pages. 19 pages for an expansion. But I'm going to guess it's like the last one, where not all of this is going to be new rules. Most of it's going to be reference for those technologies. And sure enough, we are looking at 9 pages for the core rules, and then another 10 pages of detailed technology explanations. Wow. Again, white font on dark background. Come on, TMG, please. I am over 40. Some of your fans are. I know you're trying to design for the younger folk, but... So there's a list of all the components in here. So yes, those are fighter tokens. The crystal resources is what the new see-through thing is. There are political cards. There are 27 new planet cards, 31 new technology cards, 4 new starting planet cards, 4 mining tiles, 9 scenario cards, and then the promo pack, which is for playing with a 5th player, which has 12 technology cards, 3 more starting planets, 1 mining tile, 2 asteroids, 1 hostile exotic planet, and 9 scenarios. So, again, clear rulebook, lots of art. Text is a little tiny, but it's alright. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Lots of examples. TMG is known for good rulebook. So that is it. That is what we get in Eminent Domain Exotica. Upside down, too. Looks pretty cool. Really solid box for some reason that's not really needed. I'm going to throw that in there. Ridiculous number of texts. I'm going to fold this out again. You guys get one more bonus of this. Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. All those technologies only take one planet. Here's the ones that take 2 and 3. That's crazy. That's a lot of technology. Wow. Stickers to put on your resources. Cool idea. Some punch boards with new starting worlds. Punch boards with this new mining technology thing. No clue what that is. Fighters are not meant to be limited, so these are more fighter tokens, which, wow, I guess you're going to buy a lot of fighters. And then a surprisingly dense stack of cards. Again, look at that. That's impressive. That is impressive for such a small box. Now, again, I'm going to have a hard time putting this back in, and it's going to make a mess when I'm putting this away, but that's fine. And then we have these, the new resource, the new crystal resource, which are nice see-through, clear things, and there was one baggie that some of the cards are in. I'm just going to throw that on top. Then we're going to shut this. There we go. So that was Eminent Domain Exotica from Tasty Minstrel Games, the second expansion for Eminent Domain, the deck building game, which also combines with the first expansion, which you can check out my other unboxing video I just recorded of this. So that is it for Eminent Domain Exotica. For Tabletop Bellhop, I'm Mo Tuzano. I'm normally answering your game and game night questions. You can send questions to questions@tabletopbellhop.com. You can find questions answered at tabletopbellhop.com, our webpage, or on our podcast, the Tabletop Bellhop Gaming Podcast, which we record live Wednesday nights at, right now, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll just start saying Wednesday nights because we've been moving it around a little bit, and we don't want to throw people off. If you follow me on Twitch, you'll get a notification when I go live, so that's the best way to do it. So make sure you follow before you take off. You can also support us on Patreon. That'd be fantastic at patreon.com/tabletopbellhop. For Tabletop Bellhop, I'm Mo. Good night and game on.